Hey, good morning, YouTubers. It's Saturday, no, November 16th. I'm just walking around outside the garden just to see what's going on. Blackberries, I don't know, they're growing like crazy, but it's time to do some pruning. Those are the dead canes. The new canes are starting to come out the pods. This first one is crazy too, and look at this branch from this second one. I think that's the sweetie pie. Think this is the Navajo. Then we have the Arkansas Prime and then the Osaga. Yeah, look at these branches. They're getting out of hand. Then this is my oh Lord, Nova raspberry. And then this one here next door is the Crimson Giant raspberry. So yeah, they're growing. I broke a branch and I thought I could save this little one, but it didn't work. It's a flower plant. The Fuyu persimmons, yeah, they're dying back. It's time for them to go to sleep. And look at my golden raspberry. It has fruited, and now it's time to cut them all back. There's still a couple fruits on there somewhere. Oh, put my glove on. My nail polish looks crazy. Yeah, but there's a couple berries still trying to hang in on there. I've been eating the rest, so I gotta grab these. And I have to trim it all the way back because it's starting to grow some. This is the North Carolina raspberry. So I think today I will be here trimming all these old canes and make room for the new. I put trellis in here for these goji berries. They were just leaning too much coming out the way. And then look at all the new growth in the bottom of this North Carolina raspberry. So yeah, goji berries, I harvest them all. I dehydrated some because I don't like them fresh. They don't taste good. They taste better. They sweeten up dehydrated. And of course, the honeyberries went to sleep for the season. Okay, this passion fruit is starting to get back. You guys, I got passion fruits on here and they're not ripening. They're just staying green. I even took some in the house, but look at all these passion fruits on here. It's a pretty plant. I try to keep it contained. I made this little trellis thing up myself because I don't want these running all over the backyard and underground. But they're not ripening. I don't know why. Bizarre. And this Julian fig is still covered. I need to remove the cover. But it's just growing figs. There's figs on there. It's doing nice since I cut it. And this is how I like my fig trees. This was one tall, skinny branch, and I topped it off by that hole on top, and it branched out nicely, just like a bush type. That's how I like my fig trees. But I don't know why it's getting all these figs on there, even on the bottom. Then I harvested most of my herb tower, but they're popping back as usual. Look at this sweet Hillary mint. I forgot what kind this is. A lot of my tags are gone. They disappeared. Volunteer nasturtiums, all these types of basils. We know the pineapple sage. We got the chicken and hen flowers in here. Yeah, this big stalk, this one, that's growing again. And I don't know if that was eucalyptus, African basils, some orange thyme. I think that's orange. It could, no, I think that's a different type of thyme. I'm gonna have to go back and look. But yeah, I trimmed everything back and they're coming back again. And of course, back over here, the blueberries, we're supposed to be going to sleep. This Vernon blueberries finally sprouting up and growing. And here's the Titan with it. It's time to feed these. We put them to sleep. Big ass blueberry. Then we bought a different variety to replace the pink lemonade. This is a Osha Oka Coney or something blueberry. And this is my pink sorbet blueberry. So yeah, I gotta go around, feed these, trim off. I think I trimmed most of the dead branches off of that one. It's doing fine. Then we have the fig, the cadota, and then the violet de Bordeaux. I had to top this one off too and let it so it can branch out. It was just a long, tall one too, and it's starting to branch out. And then this is the Sunbelt grape. I don't know why it's waking up again, people, but it's coming back to life. And I cleaned out these strawberry buckets. And look at the beautiful strawberries we got. Y'all, my sister, I'm going to turn the camera on her in a minute. She's being a sister. Look at the beautiful strawberries in the middle of November. Now, these baskets I got from my store, I think they were free or $1. They were just trying to get rid of stuff. They looked like they were dying. I said, I like hanging baskets to put over the cattle panel. And I just cleaned them up, pull out the weeds, gave them a little 511. And look, I got strawberries. It's a lot in here too. And it's November 16th. Same as this one. I got to pull off some more dead leaves. But yeah, when your nursery has clearance, free pots or something, just grab them. Then back here is the Concord grape. And in this little bed here is my green magic broccoli. Look how pretty it is. I'm not uncovering anything. And then in there, I have garlic that's growing nice. So it looks like I may have to open it to see if any broccoli heads are coming up. And then over here, like the figs are coming back to life. I don't know, but we got to clean them out and probably got to root them back. Yeah, that's dead nettle. You can make some teas with it. Yeah, so these look like they're just coming back. It was dying back. And then the little Miss Figgy back there went to sleep finally. And I don't know why the loquats coming back to life, but they are. I was pulling all the dead leaves and I have to up pot this. I got to get another barrel for this second loquat. It grew a lot since I've got it. And then this is another Figmento. It's coming back to life. And of course, the Celeste went to sleep, but look at all the new branches with the new growths that'll be coming out. And I'm turned here. Look at the progress in the 8-foot bed, y'all saw me. Look at this. This is the cheddar cauliflower. And in between there, if you can see, look at the beet leaves. I'm finally going to have some beets, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Some bigger ones. The leaves are big in between here. Then on the corner, these are the purple graffiti. They grow a little slower. I don't know why. And in between is beets. And look at the couple of red cabbages in there with the red veins. These are some red cabbages that's growing. But beets are doing well stuck in between there. So I know you guys really can't see it, but I don't feel like taking the cover off. It's a good enough view for now. Then the tea plant. Yep. And okay, I said I was doing an experiment. In my 100-gallon bucket, I found some sweet potatoes and they were starting to grow again from the roots. So I'm going to leave these out all winter. But look at how much it's grown. It was just 1 or 2 leaves and now it's like it feels like it's summer again. So they're starting to grow bigger. Then here is the kiwi plant. It's going to trellis up on this cattle panel up around. And then I moved the catawba grape So I'll have 2 vining plants here. And this is another strawberry, had nasturtiums in there. So I got to clean this little hanging pot. Another one I got from my nursery. Yep. And I think it was free too. So I put it in a green pot we had, and now we got it hanging. In this little bed, this is my Savoy cabbage with garlic. And look at the big volunteer. Oh, you guys probably can't see it. Let me come over here. Burdock. There, that's a good one. That's a volunteer burdock. So I'll have some burdock next year again. Volunteered in here with my Savoy cabbage and my garlic. And then I have to go in there and pull out these chickpea plants. I got chickpeas all over. I stuck some beets in there, but I guess it didn't work. Oh, yeah. Hey, look, y'all. We got spiders. Can y'all see them? All the way across from the mulberry plant to the the remaining sorrel plants. I think I'm going to pull these out and just time to chop these down. I got plenty of sorrel. Let me get these last 2. I know. And these are the mulberries, ever-bearing Florida mulberry. And if I go under there with my hat, I don't know what kind this one is, but look at the size of the leaf. We'll find out once I uppot it. Hey, spider. Then it'll go. Then my strawberry tower needs some serious cleaning. The runners just took hold in the other pot. And then look at some of these are my giant King Kong strawberries. Look at the leaves. Yeah, so I'm going to have to break a lot of these up. But the runners were just coming down, and look at that. They're going to die because I don't know, all these strawberries. We got plenty of strawberries around here. I'm going to need to cut this. I'm going to clean this and fertilize this strawberry tower. Look what's still hanging on, and that should be a shame. Tomatillo tree. And I haven't harvested but once, and all these little tomatillas on here. So next year, what's going to happen? This whole thing will be tomatillos, probably. Volunteer. Rosebush coming back to life. I don't know why, but it is. Uh-huh. I know I meant to tell you about the yacon. Then back here, the trees. You see they're going to sleep. And just walk back this way. The 5-in-1, or are they trying to come back to life? This weather is tricking all the plants. Oh no, pink lady. Look how much y'all saw this little whip. Look at it branching out. This is my Granny Smith. And look what's coming to life, you guys. This is either the stone fruit, 5-in-1 stone fruit, or the 5-in-1 plum, but it flowered. And the leaves are coming back. These little things were flowers. Yep. And then this 5-in-1 plum tree going to sleep. But yeah, this is the stone fruit. For some reason, it came back to life with buds, flower buds. The cherry trees finally losing its leaves. But look at all the buds on there. We're going to have good cherry harvest next year. And we know what to do to prevent the bugs. I'm going to spray it down with kaolin clay. And we're going to have to cover it all up. Make sure the animals don't get all our cherries again. Yeah, we're going to have to trim that. Yeah, we're going to have to do it ourselves. And this here is the golden plum. It has some flowers on it too. Look at all the new branches. This one definitely needs to be thinned out. We got too many branches crossing in here for airflow. This is the kefir pear going to sleep now. Y'all, we got spiders, YouTubers all over the place. And then this is the 5-in-1 pear tree that we saved. And I think it's still alive. I don't have my knife, but it looks like it is. Yeah, it's still alive. I can't cut right now. I forgot to bring a knife. And what's this for? Pear. So is this tag for this? Wait, no, that tag says 5 and 1. 5 and 1. Okay. This pear sorted. It probably goes here. Yeah, this from Home Depot. Probably just goes on here. Yeah. Can you get that? Okay. Then this is the Orient pear, and I'm going to um top this one off too, as when it dies all the way back. Got to get this one. And I hope it's a regular Orient pear and not an Oriental pear, because this looks like some round pears. And I'm wondering if I need to go to my nursery and get an Orient pear tree, because if this is an Oriental pear, I don't have another pollinator for it. But maybe these other ones are pollinated. But I thought this was a regular Orient pear, but this picture doesn't look like it. So I may go get one and put it in this spot. I think they have a couple left at the nursery. Yeah. This is the strawberry bed, and it's doing just fine. Yep. Look how pretty. I know. I don't know what that root is. And look at my carrots. My favorite. I had to cover it because all these leaves were falling in there and burying and smothering out my carrots. My Lila Lou carrots. Oh. So I got this mesh covering on here to keep it covered. This is the brown turkey fig. My mom decided to come and put her tree right here in the ground, bury it halfway, and keep the top part in the pot. And look at straw. Uh-oh. Every time you think this is dying back like it's supposed to, I see new little pods. I think I better just cut this down back anyway. I'm going to remove this volunteer pink flower tree and put something with that grows some food in this spot. I'm taking that out. This is the yicon, and look, you guys, it's finally starting to bloom. So that means we have some yicon or yocon or yacon, yep, on the bottom. Should we peek? And it looks like there's some new plants. Now, I was looking online, you can start plants from the tubers or cutting. So you can root this and you have another plant. And it's spelled Yacon. And this is called the ground apple or ground pear. Yep. Oh, well, I see a little skinny root. I don't see any full tubers. But we planted this backwards. This was supposed to be planted in the fall, in the spring, and harvested in the fall. But yeah, I don't see any tubers. But who's not to say there's some smaller ones, little ones. I don't see any big ones. But we may have to put it in a bigger pot. We may have to drop it in a bigger pot. Yeah. And it was just short because this is the first time it's got tall. I know. Look at all the different new plants. Yeah, I think my sister and I got an empty 50-gallon pot. We can just take this dirt and drop it in there and throw some other dirt. Then I dug up a spot for one of the hibiscus. Then we come over here. Shut up, Goofy. I know. I said hibiscus, or did I say biscuits? Then here are some more grapes. These are the muscadines. They're dying. Then we have all these different fig trees here in the middle. Some Olympian, some Chicago Hardies. Then elderberry. Elderberry's just grow on their own. They just multiply on their own. These some new trees. Look at all the trees from this one stick. That's the elderberry. Then Cavendish banana. And this is a ornamental banana. And then here is the cabbage and the white cauliflower and the onion bed. I place these in the watermelon patch. So we get some big cabbage heads growing down here. Onions took fine. They just straightened out and got really thick. So they'll sit here till the spring. The seems like the bugs like are eating the leaves on these white cauliflower plants. And this is the collard green tree I transplanted and saved. And then threw a collard green plant in here. So that's what's going on here. Yep. And she's coming back to life. Look at her. I pulled all the dead ones. So we got one collard green tree. The purple collard green tree died on us, y'all. We have more figs we need to top. I don't like them growing this tall. Not sure which one this is. I think it's the Italian honey. This should be a black mission. Yep, I was right. And this is the Italian honey. Yep. And it's going to get chopped off so it can branch out like a bush instead of growing tall. Miscellaneous flowers. These here, I think this is another black mission. Yeah, these two are desert kings. I can make some more fig cuttings. Well, I'll let that one bush. This one, I said I could top, but it's already growing bush, so two desert king. Then we turn here. These are the Niagara grapes or Niagara Concord. This is my trifoliate flying dragon, whatever you want to call it, tree. This was growing out the rootstock on my Dorfmeyer lemon, and I put it in some dirt and it rooted. It was just one stick, and I mean one branch, and now look at it. And I plan on using these and cutting them and rooting them to do some grafting of some of my citrus trees, especially the prolific one. But this thing is scary. Look how tall it is going through the cattle panel. That's why I decide to save this. These make great rootstock, and I don't know the exact variety, but like the numbers behind it, but it is what they use for rootstock for citrus trees. So I'm growing my own rootstock, and I know how to root and to graft. This is LSU purple one, LSU purple number 2. This is the LSU gold, which I will be chopping and heading and cutting some of these fruiting branches off to make individual fig trees, which I'm going to share with a couple of YouTube gardeners because they asked me for some fig cuttings. And then I'm going to chop this main branch off so I can force it to bud out. This one's coming off too. I like my fig trees to grow like bushes instead of straight up. This is my olive tree, Aquiano or Aquino. I always forget. The A one starts with the A and the Q and the U and the I. Definitely will be trimming these branches, and I'm going to dehydrate them because I don't have my um, oil extractor yet to make olive oil and peanut oils and things like that. So I'm going to dehydrate these and just save them for tea. There's too many branches on here just to waste. That's just junk. Time for me to uppot my Parfianca pomegranate tree. And if I had potted it up, it'd probably be just as tall as this. But I just let it sit in there for a year because it was only in a 1-gallon pot. And you don't want to uppot your trees and plants too quick. This is the wonderful pomegranate. This is the oh, I always get this word, Salavatsky pomegranate. Then we have another olive tree that needs topping and pruning. Once again, we have more volunteer sweet potatoes, and I stuck a couple of turmeric plants in there. We're just going to let everything stay outside in the winter to see what's going to happen with these plants. We're going to experiment because I'm sure these will die back and then come back. And I have some volunteer carrots. I guess I missed some of my Lila Lou carrots in there, and they're just coming back to life. So that's good. As this is the pot, I had all those 200 plants popped in here. But yeah, volunteer sweet potatoes again. And I stuck two regular orange turmeric plants in there. This is the, oh, I gotta look, the Mayfire nectarine tree. And it's growing, the branches are going out like a candelabra. I don't think I'll need to trim it. Maybe this branch down here, I'm cutting that off. I could probably try to root it. We'll see. The flower beds coming back to life. And we have volunteer Chinese something plants that came out the container by the wind, but they're going to start heading pretty soon. Look at how pretty they are. And then we have Mexican heather and some hen and chicken and other plants. Then this is the other Cavendish banana plant, I believe. That's what it is. I think so. Let me look. Oh, doesn't say. But I think this is the other Cavendish. I have two of those. Look at this is my um gyro persimmon. And look at these trees are supposed to be budding like this in the fall. I thought they were supposed to be dormant and going to sleep. Look at how big, you guys, my patio Saturn donut peach tree got. When you guys saw it, it was just a one little stick. Either it's this one right here with the two blooms on it, and look what's branched out. And then I'm gonna pull this flower out of here. Don't want it in there. One of these Chinese flowers from the flower bed. Pull that out. The seeds blew in there. Let my Saturn peach donut have all this root. This is the bell of Georgia. No, this is the, oh my God, Alberta peach tree right here. And they have buds, y'all. This weather is tricking everything. And here's the Bella Georgia peach tree. These definitely need pruning. Well, these were so little. These are the Fajillo, or Fajillo pineapple guava plants, and they flowered beautifully, but I didn't know I had to hand pollinate them. So I'll be prepared for that. This is the cutting when I topped the Juliana fig tree, and I just up potted it and it's growing nicely. So now we got two Juliana figs. Then right here, I just have composting matter to nourish my squash bed over the winter and my corn. So I'll be dropping squash seeds and corn seeds over here, maybe a couple of beans in between. I just want this to break down. And I threw some alfalfa pellets on top too. This is the American persimmon tree. This came from rootstock too on my Fuyu persimmon. And as you can see down here, that's where it was. And all these branches grew out of that little hole right there. So I have a rootstock if I want to grab persimmon to it. These are my bananas. That's the grand name, the Chiquita banana, the tall one. This one is a gift from my neighbor. Don't know what variety this is. I forgot to ask. And this is the ice cream banana. I'm going to try to chop these off like plant a gardener, or I will just bring them inside and let them grow in my makeshift greenhouse in the storage room. I'll just drag them in and let them grow inside. You think I know, look how big, but they can grow over. I can pot it in the spring after I bring them back outside because I have some more pots. Oh, yeah, we'll be making some dishes in these banana leaves. Y'all know this is the citrus patch. Look at all the lemons. Aren't they beautiful? I don't know if you guys can see that. I have to harvest lemons in a day or so. There's so many of them. And this is why we grow in pots because, you know, we don't need all that fruit. We need just enough to get us through. Yeah. So that's why we don't have this stuff growing in the ground because who are we going to feed all these lemons? Look at this. That's crazy. And it's still flowering. Yeah. So who says you can't get enough fruit for your family in a pot? But I guess it depends on, oh, look at the little gecko. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of lemons, Meyer lemons. They are pretty. And of course, this is a yuzu. And you guys saw me. I harvested all those. And that yuzu lemon is good, you guys. Oh my goodness. So much juice in it. Then this is part of the cutting, my mojito mint, and then my ginger mint. This is the navel. I'm sorry, the blood orange. It was just this high when I bought it from Tractor Trailer. Didn't have all these I mean, not Tractor Trailer, Tractor Supply. My apologies, y'all. And look how big it's grown. No, it's staying in there. Okay, let me rewind that. Woo. This is my blood orange I bought from Tractor Supply store. Yep, and it's grown a lot. It was just one branch growing up and earlier in the year, and now look how much that is filled out. We turn over here. This is the regular Meyer lemon, not the dwarf. Look at all the lemons growing, and then look at the bigger one. It's full. It's so many lemons and little baby ones that were pollinated by the bees. They love this tree. So we're going to have another giant bumper crop from this tree as well of Meyer lemons. I mean, look, they're all different sizes. So we got enough lemons with these two potted lemon trees. This is my ginger. That'll be going back in the house. Look at the beautiful aloe plants down there. They love it. Look how much they're just growing out. This was the Fuyu persimmon. I harvested all of these. Look at the Nagami kumquat tree, full of kumquats. This is the combination black turmeric and ginger pot. In the middle, this is the bay laurel, just growing out nicely. And no, this is Fuyu. Set. Oh, I said persimmon. Oh, I take that back. You guys know what I meant. This is my Owari Satsuma tree, and I harvest them all. Thank you, sis. This is the citrus in the tropical area. You guys, I top and trim this key lime tree. It's growing back already from me cutting it off. And look at all the limes on here. I don't know what we're going to do with all these limes. I guess make juice and dehydrate them. Make some lime powder. Yeah. Yeah. If they get really big, they probably will. I'm going to walk between here. This is either the Kimbrough or the Brown Select. And I did pull one to do a taste test. I took a picture and I ate it. It was sour. It wasn't all the way sweet yet, but it was good. And this is either the Kimbrough. This is the Kimbrough, and I pulled one off of here too. I didn't taste test it yet. It's in the house, so I'll take you guys along. This is the other key lime tree. And I'll walk through here. This was supposed to be cilantro, but it looks like the weeds killed out the cilantro. So I need to weed this out and drop some more cilantro seeds in here. This is the navel orange tree. We definitely need to get in here and trim this down. It can't breathe. It's suffocating. And top it, yeah, it's too many branches. This is the sugar bell orange. Remember how in the earlier it looked like it wasn't going to do anything, and then it just bam all of a sudden. This is the Miwa kumquat tree, and they're starting to turn colors. Look at that. Yay. Look at these. And they're all different sizes. I know you got to keep these watered because they'll get bigger the more you water them. It has gotten too cold for the longevity spinach, but I can save this out cuttings. It'll come back on its own. So I'm going to cut it down and root some of the cuttings and get some more longevity spinach. Then behind here where it's gotten too cold too, it looks like it's trying to grow back. This is my Japanese ginger. And then we have another ginger plant that I thinned out. All those will be coming in the storage room. And some basil that's just growing fine in between all these trees. One of my beef and onion plants. I got to gift this one. This one's being gifted to G Mama Grows. And then I'll have one because when I ordered it, I think they gave me a free one. This is some turmeric that had got too wet. So we'll just leave that. This is the Rio Red grapefruit. It was loaded earlier, but this little tree couldn't hold on to all those grapefruits. But look how nice this one's growing. But I need to trim it because I don't need the branches going down on the ground. So that one needs to come out. I may see if I can root it. This is the Fukushu kumquat. And yes, thin because I've been eating them, but they're so big and they're good. Yep. And of course, an opal basil in there. So yeah, this is what's left. And hopefully we'll get another spring crop. This is my uppotted purple forest guava. It's finally growing now that I uppotted it. Yeah, takes one. Twist it. They're so big. I know they're just some big kumquats. Look at that. And these are some more turmeric. This is my Cruxton grapefruit, and it'll probably give me a couple of grapefruits next year. These plants are awesome. And here's my favorite herb, Mexican tarragon mint or Mexican marigold. Tastes just like anise. So good. Love that. Love that flavor. And I trimmed some of that as well. And more turmeric, orange, and the trees here. And then we're going to walk upstairs. This is the pink lemonade that we're saving in water for my friend. She better come and pick it up, otherwise I'm going to gift it to the neighbor. And we're walking upstairs, not upstairs, but on top of the hill. Let's give you what's going on. Do it this way. Everything's still green and pretty in the middle of November, but that's going to change. We're supposed to get cold. This is what happens when you get this grass. So I have to fight to get my dirt out of my compost, my black gold, like I always do. And it's coming out, this one, because it might be some sweet potatoes in there, y'all. That done pushed out the bottom. Yeah, it's pushing it out. Oh man, I'm gonna have to dig out and see what kind of sweet potatoes. Oh, wow. Are growing in there. Look at this. I can't be losing my compost. And my mom trimmed it. She trimmed all the stuff back here. There was volunteer blackberry plants. She cut some of this down. Yep. But it's still rooted. We always get a bunch of volunteer plants back. Look, it'll come back. And we're walking on top. These are some more of my onions. These are the sweet yellow onions in here. And then I have one beet, and then I planted some daikon radish in here on the other side. Then here are some purple peas and some green snap sugar peas and some purple sugar peas, and of course some basil that we harvested. Oh, that I know. I smell that kumquat all the way over here. Smells delicious. This is my spineless cardoon plant, and it's like an artichoke, and you eat it the same way. That's why the leaves look like a, except it's purple. It's pretty. This is a leaf of life and a green globe artichoke. This is a cutting from my uncle's fig tree that's growing. This is the oh my goodness, spearmint plant or the mojito mint plant. I don't remember. I gotta look at the tags. They're in there. I keep my tags just for this purpose. I can't read it like it wore off. But all these got to be trimmed back. I just took cuttings to start other plants. Smells good though, really good. This is another leaf of life. That right there is I think a black mission fig tree, a little seedling. It's stunted because it needs to come out and go in a bigger pot. Um, yeah, I had on my tags. It's on the side. No, that's the a pot I use because the ink wore off. Darn. So now I got to go back on my other videos and look to see what these are. Figs. This one is a Stella fig, a Nevarello fig, and I'm going to have to top these two as well. Then we have the Mexican hot and spicy oregano, the regular oregano plant, chocolate mint, orange mint, some purple sage, definitely needs to be up potted. Then we have some candy onions growing in this pot. They're probably too crowded, but that'll be fine. And I have onions planted on the sides of a lot of pots. And then I also threw in garlic on the perimeters, some of these pots here. It's the regular sage. I had to trim it back, and it's growing back little sage leaves. And here, some calendula, some green mountain mint, and of course, some Swiss chard. And I got to see why I got spots on these. I need to spray them with some baking soda again, and some beets. And then this is my Cascade hops. Mm-hmm. This is my Moroccan mint and my Thai mint. These calendulas and these Mexican sunflowers, they just came back on their own. They look like they were dead, but they started growing again. The weather's tricking everybody. I trimmed the chives. These are purple lady bok choy, some kind of little purple kale or cabbages. These were the seedlings I had started for the challenge that I dropped out of, the collard green and cabbage. They're growing nicely now. I have all different types of plant. This is volunteer red, volunteer romaine. I always get some volunteer. I think it is. I could be wrong, or it could be one of volunteer beets. Purple lady bok choy, some other seedlings, some rosemary, calendula. I put dill in here, celery, some basil. Then we're going to come this way. We have these two little pots. When I have to put some nutrients in here and plant something on the side, I'm going to plant some red Creole onions in these two pots next to these multiplying onions, which I need to pull out. And then the Mexican heather will die back. Then we have peppers still growing. See, I don't know if you can see them. I will be chopping them down, covering them with plastic and try to overwinter. That's going to be my experiment. But yeah, peppers, because they're still growing nice. Watch it, bees. So we still got plenty of them growing, flowering. So we're going to try to overwinter all of these. I got to sit out here one day, chop them all down, get the plastic over them. And the bees just loving these. But yep, pepper's still going strong. Like everybody else, it's pepper season. Then some black eyed Susan. In this corner, we got tropicals. The moringa is just getting taller and taller. I need to cut this branch off, this one, and root. Try to root these and overwinter them in the storage room. But the flowers, yeah, this flowering. Then we have the soursop. Look how tall it is. Let me get in here. Some Vicks plants here in the chair. The blue agave cactus. It's just a lot of stuff in here. The pineapple, some guava trees, some orange and satsuma trees, some other thousand plants, cactus. You can't see all my stuff. Sugar apples between here. The red lady papaya, the pink guava, rosemary, and the Barbados cherry. This was tropical, this microclimate here. Look at how it's enclosed. So these plants are good to survive. Some verbena pop back up. Then we'll walk over here. This is where I had the two extra. Y'all, it's just so sad. I cannot get Brussels sprouts and I love them. The bugs decimated this. And I dropped some peas around the edge. And look, this is a mullein plant. And it's coming back to life. I got this one from the nice, wonderful, big-hearted Mr. Mammoth. So it'll be in this pot so it can grow nice and tall through here. Butterfly peas still trying to hang on. Just some miscellaneous flowers over here, my mom's area. And she dropped some type of flowers in here for to come up in the spring. There are the bulbs. And these are some more black-eyed Susan plants down there. And it's a vining plant. Little miscellaneous plants in here in the little garden area around the crepe myrtle tree. And those purple flowers back there I got free from the nursery. They were giving away plants. And this Gophrena dies and comes back. It's not going to go. And look at my horseradish. It's growing nice. The bugs were eating it. I put diatomaceous earth. Why on earth they want to eat this spicy plant? I don't know, because you break a piece of the leaves, smell just like horseradish. I haven't harvested yet. I think I'm supposed to wait for the second year. And it's going to come back every year. So I didn't want to mess with it this first year. And you guys, it was just this high in the middle when I showed you guys when I got it earlier in the year. This is my pineapple mint. Need to harvest that. I need to harvest thyme. I need to harvest some of this lemon balm, some more thyme, some strawberry mint. No, this isn't strawberry. This is lime balm. Lemon balm, lime balm, or vice versa. This is some lemon thyme here. This is the strawberry mint. The apple mint. I had trimmed a bunch of these back, and I know you got to do them all the way to the ground. We transplanted some Mexican heather. Then this was a surprise. This is called a sailor plant. And the sailors used to eat these to get some green in their diet. And it keeps coming back over and over. This is the lavender plant that's coming back. And then here's the Cersei bitter melon. I've been harvesting the leaves and bitter melon. I think it's finally going to give out. Oh, I missed some. That's why I get volunteer bitter melon every year. And you guys, this is one of the most healthiest plants for you, and it smells like it too. You could just smell the bitterness coming out. It's a strong plant. So I'm going to grab some more leaves to dehydrate. Here is another of my Brussels sprouts. This one's kind of hitting a little bit from the bugs. I need to harvest this basil. This is a volunteer dill plant. This is catnip. No, some more volunteer dill in my multiplying onions. You guys saw me harvest this. But the bugs, they just love these Brussels sprouts. I just don't know why. And then some more multiplying onions. And then in here, we have lettuce, turnips. So we're going to have to put some diatomaceous earth in here. And in a couple spots back there, I dropped some garlic cloves. But yeah, the lettuce. And we have mustard growing in here. I know it's hard to see through the cloth, but we're going to try to keep the bugs out. Some Swiss chard, some mustard, and a Mexican heather, and coneflower in there. And then in here, oh, this was found open, and I guess some of the bugs got in here because they started eating these collards, but it looks like they're gone now because I don't see any new holes, but I'm going to sprinkle some diatomaceous earth in here. Yeah, it was exposed. It was, and then there's all miscellaneous, look at different types of kale. I threw everything in the kitchen sink in here. A bunch of seedlings from that I planted for the challenge. I put them all through here. We have blood red beets. We have regular Chicoga beets. I mean, I got everything in here, which is great. Ethiopian kale, the giant fork hook kale, some Mizuna, some chicory, lots of little seedlings, collard greens. I can't even describe, it's a lot in here. Calendulas, of course, the hibiscus, but they're all living in harmony. Some dill. But I'm going to get the diatomaceous earth out and sprinkle it. Yep, here's a look from this side. Yep. Then this is, look how nice these filled out. 7 top turnips, leaves, and red mustard. They're filling in very nicely. Now it's time to mulch these. I just wanted them to get a little taller, and I'm going to put mulch in here. And this beautiful bed back here too. These are Georgia Southern collards back here. In the middle, in the cage, there's some giant white Swiss chard. Look how tall these are. And then this here is some flat Dutch cabbage. And what's that plant you stuck in there? And there's some more plants in here. Some lettuce. And then, oh, hope is, okay, I'm going to have to do my plant identifier. Yeah. Yep, look, some beautiful fall calendulas. I did trim this onion down, but it's growing back real fast. But this is another look. Yep. Yeah, they're all doing great. All them different plants that we're putting in these beds. And then this is the trimmed down beautiful green stalk strawberry tower. So, yep, my sister cleaned out, cut all her runners off. Yep, fed them, but we're gonna have to give them some more potassium or something before it gets too cold. Yep, and then back to this wonderful shed we built, and that's it. So this is what's going around the garden right now. Lots still. Yep, we still got lots. All right, thanks for watching. Teagsy out. Bye.